So all these young cats out here who ain't never been to
high school and all they know is the streets, they struggle, you know?
I ain't gonna care. I disagree with that. Long live camouflage, though. I just feel like we all got choices, bro. Like, you got a choice to be the product of your environment, or you got a choice to get out of your environment and also get your loved ones up out of there. You feel me? And before, y'all get in my comments like, nah, Dunn, you don't understand. You don't come from there. First of all, you don't know where I come from. You don't know what I done been through, nigga. If I told you half the stuff I've been through, you probably would be wondering why I'm still here. You feel me? But, think about LeBron James, bro. YouTube! Voice poppin', man. Welcome back to the channel, folks. Welcome back to another video, man. I go by Dunn. If it's your first time rocking out with the kid, you already know what you gotta do, man. It's YouTube, man. Like, hype, subscribe, my boy, and turn on post notifications on so you don't miss these bangers, cause we come with that content on this channel, man. You know what I'm saying? If you new though, I keep it all the way 100. You know what I'm saying? I do got 2 other reaction channels where I keep it 100 at King Dunn Reacts, King Dunn Daily Crime. I got a vlogging channel. Please tap in on that vlogging channel because the summer is approaching, man. I got a little baby niece, and I think I'm finna start putting her on camera. Go ahead and make her a celebrity. You know what I'm saying? Superstar, you dig? And like, me and my wife, our life, bro, it's just lit as hell. So make sure y'all tap in over the Life with the Dunns. And my wife, she's a YouTuber. She's a social media influencer, man. Her name is Quantum A on YouTube. JG on any other platform. JAYGEE. Had to plug y'all in, man. Had to plug y'all in because y'all ain't been plugged in, man. Like my dog 607 I'll say. Anyway, we back on the second reaction channel, man. And we in Savannah, man. Savannah get busy. I'm gonna say that. Shout out to my folk in Savannah, man. My dog Big Cam. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my homie, man, my cousin Chance, you know what I mean? Long live Church, long live my cuz Bunky. Savannah get busy. I ain't saying they get busy. Now Cam, he busy as hell. But I ain't trying to say my cousin's no gangster and nothing like that. Just shout out to my people. Like,
Why you think there's so much crime in Savannah? Poverty, man.
facts.
Monday, May 19th, 2003, was a warm spring afternoon in Savannah, Georgia. That day, 21-year-old rapper Jason Camouflage Johnson stepped outside what was once Purple Pain Records on 37th Street. The sky was clear, the streets were quiet. In his arms, he carried his 16-month-old son. Just a short trip to the car. But then, without warning, came the sound that would change everything. Gunfire. Multiple shots rang out in rapid succession. In the confusion, witnesses reported seeing a young man collapse to the pavement. The baby, miraculously, was unharmed. But
Shout out to God for that. Shout out to God for that, man. You know what I'm saying? I know Camouflage lost his life. Long live Camouflage. But the fact that God didn't allow nothing to harm that baby, bro, shout out to the big God for that.
Camouflage was bleeding heavily. Paramedics rushed to the scene. The rapper, barely past his teenage years, and once thought to be Savannah's breakout star, was loaded into an ambulance and taken to Memorial Health University Medical Center. By evening, the news had spread. Camouflage Johnson was deceased. For a city already reeling from a recent wave of retaliation, it was a chilling escalation. For the local music scene, it was unthinkable. For the people who knew him best, it was something worse. It was a warning. It was a signal. The kind of message that doesn't need to be spoken. But why would someone want him deceased? In Hitch Village, the housing projects where Camouflage had grown up, the mood was electric with sadness. This was the loss of a hometown hero. Someone who had made it out, or was just about to. Someone who had represented their struggle, their stories, their truth. One reporter who covered the scene later recalled, "I remember the overwhelming sadness displayed by the people who lived and worked in the neighborhood where the shooting happened. Where Camouflage's studio was," she said. The fact that this local musical star was shot and hit in his very own town that helped form him was jarring, to say the least. She also recalled his farewell service, saying it was absolutely packed. That was a mournful day for Savannah. People were scared because they'd seen this story before. In Savannah, retaliations didn't happen in isolation. And if Camouflage's passing was part of a pattern, then more blood might be coming. But before the name Camouflage made it onto CD covers and club flyers, before his songs were played on Southern radio stations, he was just Jason Akil Johnson, a skinny kid from the Hitchville Projects in Savannah, Georgia. Born on December 9th, 1981, Jason grew up surrounded by poverty, dope, and the sounds of sirens at night. But amid the chaos, there was something else too: rhythm. He started freestyling as a child, rapping for his cousins and neighbors on front porches and in corner stores. He called himself Camouflage, intentionally misspelled so people wouldn't confuse him with the New Orleans rapper of a similar name. He wanted to rap.
Hey, speaking of New Orleans, right, or Louisiana, period, like, in Savannah, y'all check in, man. Why do Savannah people, like, why do they sound like they're from, like, Louisiana? I got cousins, but I never asked them that because I don't even think they really know. You know what I'm saying? Like, but, like, if you listen to a Savannah person talk, they kind of sound like they got that New Orleans, you know what I'm saying, dialogue, bro. Or they got that Louisiana dialogue for sure. Like, straight up.
And the name fit. A kid blending into the streets, hiding in plain sight, but impossible to ignore once he spoke. By 2000, Camouflage had gone solo. His debut, I Represent, sold more than 50,000 copies and caught the attention of Universal Music Group.
Back then, bro, an independent album, right, selling 50,000 copies, bro. Back then, gang, that was some chicken, bro. For sure. Let's see. So you got 50. I bet it's like 500,000 times 10. But that 500 rack A's. That 500 rack A's, bro. That's crazy. He did that independently, bro. I did not know that.
Distribution deal through Uptown Records followed. A rare break for an independent artist from Savannah. But trouble followed too. As Camouflage's star was rising, so was the scrutiny. In early 2001, Camouflage was arrested on charges of dope possession. The charges were eventually dropped, but not before the damage was done. Universal Music Group, who had inked a distribution deal with him through Uptown Records, pulled out. Just like that, the deal was gone. But the real headline came later that year. In June 2001.
Hey, back then, record labels most really didn't want to deal with liability criminals, bro. Cause now, if you ain't got no criminal record, they don't want you. If you don't got no gang background, record labels don't want you, bro. Like, but that's crazy that he got arrested and they terminated his deal. But that wouldn't have happened these days. They're like, have you ever been arrested? Nah. Oh, we don't want to sign you.
Camouflage and his friend, David Murdoch Rashawn Thompson, were arrested and charged with the hit of a man named Kenneth Boo Capers. Savannah police alleged the two were involved in a lethal shooting that had gang ties to Hitch Village, a claim that shocked many. Murdoch was a rising basketball star with a scholarship on the table. Camouflage was one of the city's most promising musicians, and neither one, it seemed, fit the part. Both men denied the charges, and the community rallied behind them. There were no eyewitnesses. The evidence was thin. Eventually, a grand jury refused to indict either man.
Yes, what's up?
Still, Camouflage spent nearly 3 months behind bars, awaiting resolution. During that time, he wrote much of the material that would later appear on his breakout album, Strictly for the Streets. A project deeply shaped by confinement, distrust of the system, and the paranoia of street life.
Listen to anything.
Let's
Download Speechify now.
You and I, la da da.
caught another. But trouble didn't stop there. Shortly after his release, Camouflage caught another dope charge, possession again.
Dang.
The case, like others, didn't go far, but by then, the pattern was clear. The courts weren't sure if he was a rapper wrapped up in street life or a street figure posing as a rapper. The uncertainty
got wrapped up
kept
in
the
rap
big
life.
labels away. It also kept the police close.
You know, it's a lot of poverty, and that's why it's a lot of jacking, and that's why it's a lot of robberies and car thefts and all that, because the poverty that, you know what I'm saying, they ain't giving us nothing to get our head down here. So all these young cats out here who ain't never been to
high school and all they know is the streets, they struggle, you know?
I ain't gonna count. I disagree with that. Long live Camouflage, though. I just feel like we all got choices, bro. Like, you got a choice to be the product of your environment, or you got a choice to get out of your environment and also get your loved ones up out of there. You feel me? And before, y'all get in my comments like, nah, Dunn, you don't understand. You don't come from there. First of all, you don't know where I come from. You don't know what I done been through, nigga. If I told you half the stuff I've been through, you probably would be wondering why I'm still here. You feel me? But think about LeBron James, bro. LeBron James' mom was a drug addict. He never knew his dad. He stayed in the hood in Akron, Ohio, but he became LeBron James, bro. And he produced Bronny James, and he produced Bryce James. You feel what I'm saying? He broke that generational curse. You feel me? Think about Oprah. Oprah was molested as a little girl, but she didn't go left and become a 304. She didn't go left and think that she wasn't worthy, bro. She took her pain and made purpose, bro. You feel me? Maya Angelou. You know what I'm saying? Tyler Perry. Do I gotta keep going, bro? These are people that come from the hood, who come from struggling backgrounds, who decided that, hey man, I'm not gonna be a product of my environment. I'm gonna basically get out of my environment and take my loved ones with me. You feel me? Like, we gotta get out of that mindset as, you know what I'm saying, men, bro. Like, okay, my daddy sold dope, I gotta sell dope. We ain't got no money, we gotta sell dope. We gotta rob, we gotta jack. You know what I'm saying? Nah, bro. No, it's another way. It's called getting a damn job. If you don't like that job, get a better job. You know what I'm saying? Like we gotta stop blaming the man for our backdrop. We gotta stop blaming the man. They don't give us no opportunities. Okay, don't nobody give you no opportunities, create one. That's what Camouflage did. He created his own opportunity. But he's still making excuses for young men who grow up in the hood. Nah, nigga, we ain't giving you no crutch. We ain't giving you no out, nigga. You got a choice, my nigga. And I don't know who watching this, but whoever I'm talking to, gang, you got a choice. You got a choice, gang.
And when the drought come around, it's a lot of robberies, you know, and it's a lot of violence out here in these streets, man. So definitely it's the poverty, lack of everything.
Still, Camouflage leaned into his independence. In interviews, he said he didn't want to fake an image or soften his message. He rapped what he lived. And if people couldn't handle that, they weren't meant for his music. But behind the defiance was a young man who couldn't fully escape the orbit of the streets or the attention of law enforcement. The first shot in Savannah's chain of retribution came just after nightfall on Friday, May 16th, 2003. Felix Scott was sitting in his pickup truck near the Fred Wessels homes, a public housing complex on Savannah's east side, when gunmen opened fire. The ambush was sudden, precise. By the time first responders arrived, Felix was already gone.
Man.
A well-known figure in Savannah's dope world, gunned down in the streets he once controlled. To many, Felix wasn't just another street hustler. He was a kingpin, a connector, a man who, whether through fear, loyalty, or both, held deep respect in the city's underworld. His passing sent a ripple of fear and fury across Savannah. But in the shadows, it was more than just shock. It was suspicion. Because the story that emerged wasn't just about who hit Felix. It was about who Felix saw coming. According to widespread street rumors, Felix had made a grim prediction. Before the meeting that night, he told family and close friends that he was going to see Jason Camouflage Johnson, the rapper, the hometown star, and he was clear, if something happens to me, it was Flage.
That's crazy.
That wasn't paranoia. It was preparation. Some versions of this story claim Felix even left behind a list of names. A chilling premonition scrawled out.
Hold on, gang. We gotta read that, bro. 100% true. Flage and another individual killed one of the biggest dope dealers in our city at the time. Before Felix even got up with Flage on that fateful day, he had already informed his mans and family that he was meeting Flage and that if something happened, then it was Flage. Well, ironically, something did happen and Felix lost his life that day. So the get back was justified and was coming hard for Flage too. Like, bruh, this MF N-word killed a kingpin that everyone in the city loved. Then went on the radio a few days after that telling his dead friend they're going to ride for him and it's up about him. So later, because the person who helped him commit the murder and robbery was murdered the same as that day they killed Felix. Dang, shaking my head. Self-snitching was at an all-time high with them, obviously. That's crazy.
It was Flage.
That's crazy.
That wasn't paranoia. It was preparation. Some versions of this story claim Felix even left behind a list of names. A chilling premonition.
That's crazy as hell.
In case the night went sideways. And it did. Felix didn't survive the meeting. And within hours, the streets were boiling with whispers that Savannah's rising rap star had just pulled off the unthinkable. The setup and passing of a beloved local dope figure. And the motive? Robbery. Camouflage and associate, Michael Grant, had allegedly plotted the move together. Whether out of desperation, retaliation, or ambition, the story went that they ambushed Felix, took what they wanted, and left his body behind. If that's true, they barely had time to enjoy the spoils. The shooting was ruthless and deliberate. Multiple rounds, center mass. Grant didn't make it far. He collapsed on the pavement, bleeding out just steps from where Felix had passed away hours earlier. The message was unmistakable. This was retaliation. Swift, unhesitating, and calculated.
That's crazy.
Michael Grant was a close associate of Camouflage, a fellow Hitch Village native, and according to rumor, the man who had helped orchestrate Felix Scott's hit. The streets buzzed with the same chilling narrative that Camouflage and Grant had lured Felix into a meeting under false pretenses, then robbed and hit him. If true, Grant was the first to face consequences. In fact, many believe he never stood a chance. The timing was damning. Felix was hit late Friday night. Grant was deceased before sunrise Saturday. It was as if someone had been waiting, watching for confirmation. And once they had it, they acted. Police immediately suspected that Grant's passing was part of a chain reaction, a vendetta unfolding in real time. In fact, within days, Savannah authorities identified a 19-year-old suspect named Dorian Orr in connection with Grant's passing. Orr was from the same...
He did it. Look at his face. That nigga like... That's that goddamn I killed him face.
neighborhood as Felix.
I ain't capping, folks.
And had known ties to Felix's circle. He fled Savannah shortly after the hit, prompting a manhunt across state lines. But on the street, no one was waiting for an indictment. Grant's body hadn't even cooled before the city braced for more, and the signs were everywhere. Closed blinds, hushed phone calls, and parents ushering children inside before dark.
Don't go outside,
Savannah
nigga.
had seen these patterns before.
The Kingpin
and
got hit.
everyone knew what was coming next. The next bullet, the next body, the next name on the list. Michael Grant's passing didn't end everything. It ignited it. Camouflage was said to have appeared on a local radio station, and what he said poured gasoline on the fire. He paid tribute to Grant on air, speaking as though the war wasn't over. Mike, we gonna ride for you, he allegedly said. A declaration, a threat, a mistake. Less than 24 hours later, Camouflage was deceased.
This is the absolute best phone holder for your...
Got to be more careful. That crazy, Marlon. I ain't gonna cap.
Outside Pure Pain Studio on May 19th, 2003, Savannah had become a city on edge. In just 72 hours, 3 men, Felix Scott, Michael Grant, and Camouflage, were gunned down in what seems to be connected, targeted hits.
That's crazy.
The streets knew it. The police knew it. But proving it, that was something else.
Got to prove it, gang.
Law enforcement scrambled to contain what many quite feared was a full-blown gang war. Publicly, they held back, calling it a string of violent incidents. Privately, they launched a special task force, a detective squad dedicated to unraveling what happened and who was responsible for each life that was taken. Eventually, Orr agreed to a plea deal, 10 years for voluntary manslaughter. Not a confession, but an admission that going back to trial might lead to worse.
That's crazy.
That was the only conviction to come from that blood-soaked week. But Camouflage's legacy had long been cemented in Savannah. And in 2023, Camouflage had been revived in a sense. His music expanded well beyond Savannah, thanks in large part to a daughter he never got to meet.
That's FloJ, man. I think she played for LSU and she rapped too. So her mama was pregnant with her. That's crazy. I wonder what his son look like now.
FloJ Johnson moved to Atlanta when the girl was 8 because
he's the reason I picked up the mic. Sometimes I think, dang, I wish he could see what I'm doing. I know he's proud of me, but I wish he could see it all.
Determined to...
See, you don't think about this when you out here doing what you're doing in the streets, man. So y'all, I'm gonna leave this right here. Y'all read this, bro. She said she think about her dad every day. When she hears songs and she hears his voice, she get chills, bro. She don't even know the nigga really, bro. Don't even know him. That's just basically her yearning for that father. You feel me? Like, just think about stuff that FloJ probably had to go through. Because she needed a dad. You know what I mean? I mean, she may have had a stepdad. I don't know. And I think Boosie picked up some of the slack. You know what I'm saying? But, like, she wanted her dad. She needed a dad, bro. You feel me? Think about this next time you want to go do some dumb shit, gang.
Up where her dad left off. She went to pursue hip-hop in the rap capital of the world. Turns out, she was pretty good at both basketball and rapping. Doing more than her dad could have ever dreamed of. As far as the status of his unsolved homicide case, Camouflage's assailant has yet to be identified for now.
That's crazy.
Rest in peace, Camouflage.
That's crazy, man. Long live Camouflage, man. Let's be cut friends. In case y'all don't know who Camouflage is, he sang that record. Let's be cut friends, you and I, la da da. You know what I'm saying? Yo, shout out to Flawed, man. You know what I mean? That's a sad one, man. You know what I'm saying? And I react to these videos, bro, not to, you know, shed light on banging and gun violence, things of that nature. I just want people to see, like, what they leave behind, bro. And basically, you know what I'm saying, get someone's opinion, bro. You did, like, I'm not a street guy. I wanted to be a street guy, but I figured out, like, nigga, it wasn't for me. I don't like jail, nigga. I did 18 hours of hard time. Shit scared me straight. I done told y'all that before. And, you know, I tried to sell a little dope, but that shit ain't work out for me, man. The money was too slow. Like a lot of y'all be like, hey, man, dope money, man, that shit was coming too slow for me, cuz. Maybe it was just too many folk trying to slang. You know what I mean? Straight up and down. And I'm talking about, nah, I didn't sell nothing. You dig? And then when I saw my cousins and people getting locked up, going to spend 5, 6, 7, 10 years in the chain gang, nigga, I'm like, no, nigga. And I'm not trying to be a target of robbery, even though motherfuckers will rob anybody. You know what I'm saying? Except for me, cause I'm gonna kill ya. And like, I don't know. I just thought, okay, it's a better way. It's another way you can get some money. It's another way you can have some of the things, or even all of the things you want out of life, bro. And also, I fear God. I've always feared God, so I don't, nah. You feel me? But hey, man. Long live Camouflage. Shout out to the Pope. Shout out to Savannah, Georgia, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to his family, his kids, and things of that nature. He was gone too soon. A dope talent. You know what I mean? I listen to Camouflage sometimes right now today. Camouflage is most definitely in my mix. You know what I'm saying? But yo, long live him, man. Yeah. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about this. Know in the comment section down below, man. Don't forget to like that video. Don't forget to make sure you ring that bell. After y'all ring it up, though, make sure y'all hit all, because I don't want y'all to be missing none of these banger for you. Schmip. More life or no life. More will nowhere. You know, we coming OTM. We gonna get it out the mud every single day. That's just what we gonna do, folks. You did. I go by Don. I love y'all. Get it. Dang. You know we got the streets, nigga. We got the trap too. I say my trap doing numbers. I just bust another jewel. Got a player around the corner. Hey. I say my trap doing numbers like that 05 summer. Got a quarter pound on me. Hey. The trap doing numbers.